Hi, I'm Gordon Nunn with Maximum PC Magazine. I'm here to show you something really cool, but first let me get this started. It takes a little while to boot this, so I'm going to boot this machine. Hopefully I don't blow something up here. This is the world's first internal 3 terabyte hard drive from Western Digital. It is the WD30EZRS drive. Now, of course, there have been other 3 terabyte drives, but those have all been external USB devices. The main issue with Western Digital and Seagate and other companies pushing 3 terabyte drives is you have not been able to boot from these drives. There's a limitation in the BIOSes on most boards and the OSs. There's basically a whole bunch of ducks you have to have lined up before you can boot your machine with just a single drive. We are, of course, actually doing that now. The desktop is slowly coming up. I just did a fresh install of Windows 7 Professional 64-bit. It's one of the things you need. You will need a 64-bit Windows Vista or Windows 7 OS. You will also need a 3 terabyte drive. And at the moment, you will also need a controller that supports it. This is a Hi-Point Rocket Raid 62X/62XM card. Basically, it's a Marvell chip. It's a 88SE9125. It's basically a SATA controller that has all the drivers that will work with the addressing that you need for a 3 terabyte drive. The other component you will need is a motherboard that supports UEFI booting. The one thing people don't know is a lot of Intel boards for probably about a good year or a couple years have actually supported boot from UEFI. This is an Intel DH55TC board. It's using the H55 chipset. It's probably about a year old, and in fact the BIOS on this board has probably not been updated forever. I just took the board out of the box, put the drive on here, and booted the OS. Of course, it wasn't that easy. I had some issues getting the drive to come up initially because in order to get it to work, you have to disable all of the boot devices from the boot order, and then Windows 7 will kick into into the UEFI mode. But once I did that, I was successful. And let's get a shot of this. All right. So that says 2.72 terabytes, but right. And we're booted. There's only one drive. There's no other drive. Again, so you need a 64-bit OS. You need a board that supports UEFI. Right now, the only ones I know of are Intel. MSI did try last year, but I don't think they ever really came out with it. And you will also need to format the drive as a GPT partition. But other than that, we're up and running. It's a little finicky, of course. I haven't updated the BIOS in this, and I haven't even installed drivers. But I just wanted to see if I could do it. And it's clear that we are finally gotten past the 2 terabyte, or technically 2.19 terabyte barrier with the Western Digital 3 terabyte drive and the host controller and the right board. Anyway, this is cool stuff. I like bigger drives. I'd love to see this in my media center machine at home, and you probably would too. Anyway, this is Gordon Nunn with Maximum PC Magazine. We'll see you next time.